alternatives. Paddy's Point organic fruit juice in yogurt bag. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. Our special juices include green juice, energy booster, fusion juice, recovery juice, regulator juice, rejuvenated juice, organic carrot juice, organic laxative juice, organic kidney cleanse. Our fresh made yogurts includes pineapple yogurt, banana yogurt, and coconut yogurt. Order now at 281-741-1037. True Grub Up, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. We also do delivery or walk-in at 3320 Highway C South, Suite D, Houston, Texas 77082. Check us out at www.paddyspoint.co. Paddy's Point organic fruit juice in yogurt bag. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA office 12455 Westpac Drive, Suite H15, Houston, Texas 77082. Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologueservice.com or www.bsaprologueservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist.
Asu Rock African Market. We work hard to provide you with a wide selection of things you enjoy from Africa that are of the greatest quality. We are the premier African grocery store franchise in USA. African food products, meats, pastries, and hot and ready-eat meals. Check us out today at www.azurrockmarket.com. Open 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sunday. 13711 Western Road, Suite A1, Houston, Texas 77077. Seamless, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grub Up, and Postmates. Call us now at 832-990-7590. In-store shopping or in-store pickup and deliveries. Asu Rock African Markets. Catering and everyday entertaining.
Hello everybody, this is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and thank you for joining. I appreciate all of you that get in touch with us in one way or the other to encourage us, to let us know how the program is impacting on you. I really appreciate you. All right, we've been talking about domestic violence. That's what we talk about every day. Today we're going to take it in another dimension, and that's because of the various problems that we keep having in the society. Now, we started a topic yesterday, and we will emphasize on it more today. Do men also suffer from domestic violence? Well, we have some very bitter examples to give tonight, but above all, it's not just to entertain you with the stories, but so that we can have solutions to these problems. Look at me. We can never eradicate domestic violence, but I believe we can reduce it. And the only way we can reduce it is if you and I don't stop talking. Now, those of you watching me, sometimes when we watch and we just keep silent about it, guess what? Nothing is done. Listen, there are many people that watch this program. They won't call in because you are fixing their problems. Some of them have told me severally of what they heard from one person or what they heard from another person, not necessarily me. And so this is a battle that we all need to participate. If you are hearing me and you're there, get your phone together. Very soon I will be opening up the phone lines. Contribute and let's be a part of the program. We're only doing our best to fix our society. And I need you to also join and be a part of those fixing this society. I appreciate all of you, my viewers, that I was sitting watching, but I would appreciate that you call in when the time comes. Yes, welcome. This is Sharing Life Matters with the topic before us tonight, and we're going to go straight into it. Do men also suffer from domestic? Or the question I want to ask you when the phone open is, how do women, are they able to overpower some men? And when I say power, usually it's always the man that gives a physical abuse most of the time. Ladies are very good at the verbal abuse, but the physical abuse most of the time, the men give that. But we've had instances where ladies are being the one physically abusing the men. And so it's a question before all of us. How are they able to do it? Or are there men that also suffer domestic violence? Very soon, like I said, we would open the phone line. Now, before then, there was this report that came online some time ago. You can check, it was in the news, and I've seen reports like that 3-4 times. One, the lady that cut off the genitals of the man. Her news, he cheated, and she felt like this instrument that you used to cheat, I will cut it off. She actually chopped it off. How it happened, I wouldn't know. How she was able to do it, I wouldn't know. If anybody can help us to tell us how such a thing could happen, we'll be glad to hear. But ladies, it's not, the abuse does not only come from the men. Ladies have a way of abusing. There are many ways they can abuse, but I want to go the physical one this time around. The second example that I will give is a lady that poured acid on the genitals of her man. Poured acid. You understand? Just destroy that part of the body. Now, ladies, listen to me. To what extent? What will you gain if you're destroying someone's body just because you want to punish them? It's like someone has offended you and you decided to blind them. Listen, if it is not working, I keep saying, I will stand by it. I will defend it. I will say it anywhere. If it is not working, there is no shame about it. You can't be that will cut off I don't want to use the D word. You know what I'm talking about? The genitals of the man. All right? In the program, I am going to use a word. So get the children to go to bed. Because sometimes on this program, it hurts me, the things that I hear. And when I want to talk about it, I want to talk about it. I believe that these adults listening to me, people that have seen the nakedness of one another. All right, so get ready. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Send the kids to bed so that we talk about it and everybody is well along. And so these 2 examples I've given you happened real life. The first one, about 3 different times that I've heard of it or read about it, and seeing the picture of one of them was bad. Blood all over. And guess what? The guy didn't die. Now, if a lady has chopped off the penis of the man, how useless would that man be? How? Listen, my friend, nobody is your property. Yeah, you shared love. Love is no longer working. Walk away. Why would you chop off the penis of a man? The penis is his own, is not your own. The penis serves a lot of functions, and if you chopped it off, you've destroyed his life. We're not even talking about him sleeping with you. He can't raise children again if he has no. He can't even easily pee. Why? Listen, look at me, ladies. Look, I was on your side. I am still on your side. But tonight, I have to let you hear the truth a little. How many times have we heard of people poisoning their husbands? A lady once told me back in the day that another married woman advised her that she knows a poison that you can give the man and the man will die gradually and nobody will ever detest the poison. Excuse me? Why would you want to do that kind of a thing? Why would you want to take the life of someone because you don't like the person anymore. Ladies, physical abuse is not just by punching alone. Lacing a man's drink of food with some kind of drugs is as bad as punching him to death. You cannot afford to be that lady. At least you have the conscience that will tell you that you have killed a man. Fine. In some parts of the world, let me tell you, autopsy is not well done. They believe that when a man is dead or when someone is dead, he's dead. Meanwhile, the wives find a way to either grab or to do things that will make the man to die. If you are not enjoying the love no more, if you don't want that person no more, step aside. The lady that cut off the genitals of the man is still alive. At least that one particular one I know, she's still alive. And when they put her in prison, people come up with sympathy few months after she released. And the man is going about with half dick. How do you want to explain it to your children that you decide to chop off the penis of a man? That's a wicked woman. That's actually not a woman. That has become a wild boar. And so, for you to go to the market to purchase acid and pour on someone's genitals, why? Because you're wicked. You don't need to go that far. Love does not have to be destructive. I know that the hearts are broken when someone has really hurt you. Hey, broken hearts could be mended. And I've said it repeatedly on this program. If love is lost, love can be found again. Let nobody deceive you. All the people encourage you to stay also have issues. They also have problems. And so, at what point, let me open the phone lines very shortly. At what point does a lady get to that point that she would want to stab, or she would want to cut off, or she would want to poison? What in the world do you think the man would have done? Question. 2, for real, are there women that have that tendency? Tonight we're looking at the women, all right? Are there women that have that tendency? Number 3, are there men going through this problem? Somebody told me as I opened the phone line, somebody told me that a man was beaten by the wife and he was sent to the hospital. From the hospital, he decided to run away. He ran away in such a way that he didn't want to be part of that anymore. So I want to encourage us tonight to please call in and let's know what could drive a woman that mad. That not only, now when a man beats, most of the time they beat and the ladies live to tell the story. But when a lady decides to fight physical, hardly does the man leave. But when he leaves, living with one eye, half dick, or a knife wound. So what could drive a lady that far that will make her to consider going that physical? Are there men sincerely that suffer from this kind of a thing? So pick your phones tonight, and I want everybody to call in 346-426-5650. 346-426-5650. I'll say that one more time. 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. 336-456-800. The lines are open right now. I know that there are a barrage of text messages here, but unfortunately on this program, no, I will not be able to read text messages. So I would rather have you call in. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the text messages. I do appreciate them, but I would encourage you to please call in to the program. So what would drive a lady to that point that she would want to fight back? And when I say fight back in this time, she's going for the kill. A woman that is bold enough to cut off the genitals of a man, surely definitely she's ready to kill. Could drive her that far. What alternatives, if there were any, what alternatives could she have explored instead of going that far? Oh, I forgot this one. Now this will make your ear to twingle or twangle, whatever English it is. This is gonna make your ears to move. What I'm about to tell you, true story, but very sad one. Very sad. The lines are open so you can call in, but I'm going to tell you about this last one. Very sad. This happened, and the neighbors, one of the neighbors came to tell me. The lady was very mad with the husband. Oh my God. Can I say it? I will. She was very mad with the husband. And the husband was sleeping, fast asleep. When a man is tired and wants to sleep, he wants to sleep. This lady went to put grease, oil on fire. You know, when you want to fry your meat, your chicken, oil became extremely hot. And this woman her excuse was that the man was not listening. This woman made sure she poured the oil in the ears of the man. Of course, his brain got fried. He died later. Does it have to be this bad? What kind of society? Are we animals? Why can't we find time to go off if truly we don't love anymore? How will you go to the level of pouring oil to fry the brain of a man that was sleeping? Tonight, it's an emotional program because these things happen. We have a caller already. And so, good evening. This is SHINA Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
This is Benga's wife, New York.
Hey, it's been a while, Mrs. Benga. I'm so proud to hear your voice again. How's New York now?
It's not as warm as guys down there in Texas, so...
Houston is always a place to be. So you guys can move down to Houston. All right, by the way, ABN Television is operating from Houston. Yes, Mrs. Benga, please write on. What would drive a woman to the point of going for the kill?
Okay, so there's multiple things, in my opinion.
Yes.
And I would say that for the kill, let it just be known, this applies to both women and men. There's no question here. If you're a woman, you deserve to get your clit cut off. If you're a man, you deserve to get your dick cut off. Messing around with children in any type of illicit manner, whether it's severe child abuse or sexual abuse.
Okay.
If a person knowingly is spreading any type of disease, just... Oh, yeah, I have HIV. I want to spread it across the world because I believe sharing is caring. Okay. Clearly, you don't deserve your private part, so let's just cut it off and help you just stop spreading it.
Wow.
And I think the last one is honestly a severe serial cheater. There's so many times that somebody can like say, I forgive you, especially if you're in a marital relationship. I love you. But then every other day, you find it a very confusing time that your dick gets lost in somebody else's crotch. So let me help you find it. That way you always see it next to you on the bed.
Tell me to close my mouth. I mean, what you're saying, I can't close my mouth to what you're saying.
Asking for the things that can drive a woman
yes,
or man.
I understand you. So
the first one is the most important one. Like, I don't play with children. Don't do that.
Of course.
I don't play with.
But don't you think that will be taking laws into our hands if... I mean, of course, any man that is with children deserves to be locked up forever. That I agree with.
And dick needs to be cut off. See, listen, my name is not Jesus. I can't forgive everybody. I did not die on the cross. When I get to that bridge and me and God have to talk about what I thought about people and things like that, let me get there. But as for me saying someone deserves to have their private part because they don't know how to behave themselves and according to what society deems what is right and wrong, I don't know about all that because that's just I cannot live with me knowing that in the God forbid instance somebody that's close to me did something to a child.
Yes.
And then I'm going to be sitting there looking in your face and be like, oh yeah, he went to jail. You should even pray that I didn't even find out or even know you as a person. It's very easy for me to go back to my village. I'll cut your dick off and home. I'll just sit there. That's it. I wouldn't worry at all. My conscience will be clear.
I need, my viewers, I need help. I'm speechless. I'm trying not to upset ladies because, sincerely speaking, I understand what you're saying, Mrs. Benga. I cannot explain to a lady that's been gang raped, if she has the opportunity, particularly at that moment, if she has the opportunity to cut off the dick, I can't tell her no, don't. At the same time, I can't tell her to go ahead and do it.
See, you know, the thing is, when someone, and I know you have to go take other callers, but and that's why I said it's not descriptive only to men. This applies to women too. There's a weirdo women out there too. Mm-hmm. If, as a mother, my number one fear is for someone to drive me to the point of insanity that I actually have to get to that point.
Okay.
I am so protective over my child. Mm-hmm. So I can't even, I don't even want to think about it.
I don't want to imagine it, but it has happened several in our society. I want to help you say, a stepfather, you came in and you met the stepfather on maybe, in fact, I read it today. I read it just today. The stepfather that raped a 2-year-old girl. And so the mother walked into the room with the girl bleeding from her private part. 2-year-old, you were the mother and you caught the man in the act. Tell me, Mrs. Benga, what will you do?
I'm cutting his dick. He shouldn't be happy. It's only his dick that left his at least you still get to live.
Okay.
I only dick. I didn't actually. In fact, I should do to you what you thought you did to that child.
I need someone to help me from Mrs. Benga.
I'm just saying, like, you should be happy. All I did was say, oh, okay, take a knife and cut it off. I could easily do the same thing to you, take something and puke it up your butt, and then we can really have a conversation.
Yeah.
But all I did was cut it off.
Well, I want to appreciate you. Really, again, it's a very sensitive thing. It's hard to say yes or nay, because a woman that walked into that situation, you know, most of the time what you would do, you're not going to remember decency. You understand? And these are read today. We're not talking about pedophiles here. We're going to talk about it very soon. The woman walked into the room, 2-year-old girl was raped by the stepfather, and she was bleeding profusely from her private part. How will you see decency? Sometimes you will lose it. You know, at the same time, please, ladies, if you can walk away, walk away. But like Mrs. Benga said, she's not Jesus, and she didn't die on the cross. Well,
no, I did it.
I really want to appreciate you, and I really thank you for calling into the show. Please do call in, and my regards to your husband, who is also one of my biggest fans. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Yes, yes, you can call in orders, and judging from what she has said, honestly speaking, it's a very difficult thing. It's easy for me to say, and I respect that. It's easy for me to say walk away. Many times the spur of the moment, the anger, you know, the way it comes on you, just like the one I read today, which is going to be one of these days, of the woman that walked into the room with a stepfather on the child, 2-year-old girl, helpless, and she was bleeding already. How will you handle that kind of a thing? So women, I do understand, but then I am still on the side that let the law take its natural course. There are some fight you fight, you will not become the guilty. You don't have to do it. Hey, spare the knife. Don't cut nobody's dick. No. Hand them over to the authority. You understand? My view, my recommendation, but the person that called is a woman. So I want women to call, really. The person that called is a woman. The way they feel, the way they take it is different, because things like rape, a man really does not understand what rape is, because only 4% of men, you know, in the statistics of those that be raped, only 4 of them are men. Majority of people that have ever been raped are women. They are the only ones that can tell what they feel, how it is. You understand? So in a case where someone is raping you and you have the opportunity to cut off his dick, will you do that? I would say don't, because don't put the laws in your hand. But that's me. I don't know about you. It's like someone robbing me, have a gun. I probably will shoot his leg so that he can leave, but shooting his head, no, I may not want to do that. But that is me. What about you? So calling here, work and drive a woman. Thank you very much, Mrs. Wenger, for that contribution. Calling and let's hear work and drive a woman to that level of her cutting off the genitals of a man, or going as far as possible to get a pound of flesh. You know, there are many terrible things that could be it. All right. She has mentioned some of them. All right. While I wait on your call again, 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. Do call in and let's hear. Those of you on YouTube and on Facebook, remember to love, like, and share this program. Now, we have joked about it, we have laughed about it, but these things happen. There are big girls, 14-year-old girl, pregnant for their stepfathers. How will you explain that? So there's so many things that hurt the woman, and telling her to walk away may not be easy to say, but then that's the ideal thing, because except you are the law, we all have to allow the law to take its natural course. So there's so many things that could really damage the thinking of a woman at this spur of the moment. A man is attempting to rape, and you have an opportunity to cut it off. What will you do? My natural mind will say, well, find a way to run away, but then I can't stop you. So what are the things that would drive a woman? Now, while I wait, there are other things that I sincerely may not be as bad, that you can easily walk away from. If you're married to a serial cheater or a cheat, you don't need to cut off anything. Pack your things and go. If at least that is not on a child. I can understand a child. I can understand a stranger trying to rape you. You understand? One more second. Let's pick this call. Then we'll take it from there. Good evening. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Good evening, sir. My name is Titi, calling from Houston. How are you
doing? Very good. Thank you, Titi. What would drive a woman to take such actions? You have the floor. Take it the way you like.
A woman to take the action of revenge?
Yeah, no, we've given examples this night of women cutting off the dick of the man. You know? Yeah. So what would make a woman to go that far? What does that mean?
Oh, no. What I'm trying to say is probably out of jealousy, that the fact that, I mean, she's being possessive. So the dick is meant, I need to watch my words because of kids. So it's meant to be for herself.
I do hope your kids are not listening.
Right?
I don't want this program for kids tonight, all right? Because we need to say the reality. These things happen in the society, Titi. We need to say the truth. My aim is to reduce domestic violence. I'm not here to please anyone. And so if we want to make it work, we got to call it by the name it is. Anyway, go ahead, Titi.
So domestic violence on the part of the women towards their men.
Yes.
To the extent that they actually had to cut it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's just very painful. I can feel the pain of the woman. However, taking laws into your hands, it's so very wrong. You can't create a dick, so why would you cut it off? You can't create a human being, you know. So that's so wrong. I know it's painful. It's meant to be yours and yours alone. However, he's busy sharing it out, and instead of him to come and give her HIV/AIDS or infection in the house, I'm like, you know what? I've been trying to satisfy you all this while, you know, and you just seems not to want to. I don't want to disgrace me. Don't come and kill me, or you know, kill our family. Bring devilish spirits into the home. So it's better let it cut it off, right? But instead of doing all of that, like that's wrong. And before I can get to that stage, we don't know what she's gone through. I've requested for, you know, psychological evaluation being taken care of, you know, spiritual prayers, talk to him, Separation. I don't know why people are so scared to separate. You can.
I really don't know.
Sleep in your house, or,
I really don't know.
Be fine.
Listen, I don't know why people decide to be unhappy for the rest of their lives. I really don't know. Look, I've been finding it hard to say this out for a long time, but I'm going to start saying it out. I met a lady today that was crying publicly. She couldn't hold the tears. Crying publicly because she's living with someone that truly is not making her happy, beating her, doing all manner of things, selling her stuff. And people are telling her, stay. Stay to do what? But Titi, I'm going to refer you to what Mrs. Benga said. And I want you to critically think about it. And I read something like that today. A woman that walked into the room and met her husband now, her new husband, on top of her 2-year-old girl, raping her. What would you do?
He's going to jail for the rest of his life. One thing is, please try not to put laws into your hands. I'm begging you. If she went ahead and killed the husband now, right, she's going to go to jail. The husband is dead. Now this little girl is going to be, how will I describe it? It's not even orphan, but invariably that's what she is. No father, no mother.
Yeah.
KPS not come and take your child.
Yeah.
You'll be miserable in the prison for the rest of your life. Like, why would you?
Yeah. I needed to make that louder, Titi, because I'm on the same page with you. If she decided to cut off the genitals of the man, what do you think will happen to her in the face of the law?
Honestly, I haven't researched.
I do appreciate you. I guess the network, if you can hear me, Titi. I appreciate the fact that you call, and very soon I'll be going on another break. But Titi, good point that you raised. Again, Mrs. Benga, I appreciate you. I love what you said. Titi, you're good as well. When I come back from break, we're going to discuss it. The laws have to play its role. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman, and I will see you at the other side of the divide.
Being number one in authentic African cuisine has made us not to stop dishing out the best to our customers. Check out some of our delicacies in African food today. We also cater for both indoor and outdoor parties. Finger Licking Restaurant 2.0. Check our all-day coffee tea spots are open on Sunday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Thursday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We deliver with Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Drop Off. Finger Licking 2.0 9817A Boston Street, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 713-270-7070. Come for an authentic African cuisine.
You in Houston area and you need luxury style space, beautiful and elegant chairs, tables, furnitures, Asian design, high stage for celebrants, large free garage parking for guests, Wets Block Event Hall is all you need. Weddings, receptions, conference, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, rehearsal dinners, corporate meetings, trade shows, fashion shows, album or book launches. Design and decorate any special event. Free appointment for a free quote. Check us out 7636 Allen Drive, Suite A115, Houston, Texas 77036 or 5711 Ecroft Avenue, Suite A1A, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 832-351-0993 713-969-0362. wetsblog@gmail.com or at www.westblog.com. Planning, decorations, and distinctions in stock. Think Westblog for your next. Increase your world. Get ahead. Invest in yourself. We make it easy for you at School of Business and Technology. SB Tech. But you have a flexible schedule. As career in database administration, human resources management, nursing assistance, project management, computer support tech, A+, GED, ESL. Our place, your place, in person also. 9888 Business Street, Suite 460, Houston, Texas 77036. Call now at 713-808-9728. or 281-777-5822. Visit us at www.sbtech.education. SBTech Job Placement Assistance is available.
Vince Auto and Shipping LLC. Notary, copy, and fax. Scanning and lamination. U-Haul renters. Auto sales. Shipping, FedEx, UPS. 12134 Beechnow Street, Houston, Texas 77007. Telephone 414-324-8244 or 346-946-2771. Vince Auto and Shipping LLC. We are here to help.
Happy New Year! As last year ends, which is 2022, poverty ends, stagnation ends, promise and fail ends, depression ends. I just want you to understand that at Abntv, we have reasons to be happy with you because you are alive. And I pray that we won't just be alive for being alive's sake. We'll be alive to enjoy being alive in the mighty name of Jesus. My name is SHINA, your OYINLOLA. From January 1st to March 31st, your ad making will be $500 and we will give you a 2 weeks free usage on Abntv and all our platforms. Thank you so much for being there for us. Thank you for being there all the time. God bless you. And I want to let you know that we love you. Bye for now.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman. While I speak on, those of you that want to call in can quickly call in so that we can squeeze in as many calls as possible. All right, please do call in. The lines are open. 346-426-5600, 336-456-3800. Do you have products that you're selling? Do you have that you want us to advertise? Anything you want the world to know? Bring your advertisement request and we will showcase it to the world at very little cost. And you can also decide to sponsor this particular program. And so every time I come on air, I talk about your program. I'll be waiting on you tonight. So do give us a call or at least send a text and we can handle your advert needs. So the phone lines are opened and you can call in. Now, ladies have called me and I'm caught in between the line. And as a matter of fact, while on break, I discussed with Ehiko Echo and my director as well. Honestly, for me, I'm just in between the line because what Mrs. Benga said is very true, very good. When a lady runs mad when she sees some things, I'm not even talking about cheating. When a lady sees another man on top of her toddler, you know, she can do anything. At the same time, Titi believes that allow the law. Whatever you see red-handed, always make sure you call the law. I would also support the law, but then putting myself in the position of the lady that walked into that environment, it's very difficult for me to decide. What will you do? If you're a woman listening to me tonight, what will you do? Someone purposely distributes HIV/AIDS. What will you do? someone purposely, not someone, messing up with infants and babies and toddlers, what will you do? Someone trying to rape you, not just raping, gang raping, what will you do? All right, Titi was making a point before the. If you can hear me, feel free to call in. To all of you out there as well, feel free to call me. We're looking at push a woman to the point of taking a pound of flesh. Now, while I wait on your calls, I would always say, listen, there's always the other door. At least if you can use it. If you're in an abusive relationship, use the other door. If you're in a relationship where the man is sleeping around, use the other door. If you're in a relationship where you're happy, you're not comfortable, you feel that you made a mistake, use the other door. The other door is the exit door. There is no point forcing yourself to swallow the pills you don't want. Hey, I would always say, of course I say it every day, do everything within your power to make your relationship work. There are some women that don't mind their partners cheating. There are women like that. They will say, well, it's not going to melt. I mean, live and let live. There are some like that. But if that does not cut it for you, instead of stabbing a man, instead of cutting off genitals, instead of doing things that will land you in prison, use the other door. You don't have to stick to that person for the rest of your life. Listen, if you met someone that was not doing drugs, but later he started doing drugs to a point that he's running color, what will you do? You the other door. The other door is always cheap, opened, and easy to access. But many times we're tired that tomorrow we're going to be looking at that case of that toddler and we'll see what we can do to pedophiles. But then for today, the other door is always easier. But we're tied down by what will people say. How long are you going to run your life by what will people say? The lady I met today, I felt so bad for her. When a lady was crying publicly and she was still thinking of going back to that same place, when I asked her why, all the people she told said she should endure. Endure what? Till you die? And guess what? Can I shock you, ladies? Listen to me. If you that same week, if not the day after, that same week, that man will still find someone else to sleep with. So instead of killing yourself because of a man, please use the other door. And the only reason why I'm talking about using the other door is that domestic violence does not fit anyone. It will always lead from one thing to the other. And let me quickly also advise, one time in your life as a lady, you will see the things that will shock you to your marrows. Maybe you literally walked into your man on and hugged. Say this happened again. I have too many things. I've had too many things. If you're open and you're doing this kind of a thing, you will hear a lot of things. A lady decided to surprise her husband. I will just say the example, then we'll take it as a topic another day. I will remember to say it again. She was living in Dubai. All right, she's been married for some time. On that particular day, she wanted to surprise the husband by coming home. Pleasant surprise. She planned it. Unfortunately, she walked home. She caught her husband and another man in the very act. What will she do? Now, instead of killing, instead of shooting, instead of with another man, she never knew that the man was playing on the other side. She never knew. They got kids. You understand? The reality is that at one point or the other, you will see things that will shock you from your partner. It doesn't have to be as bad. It could be maybe spending anyhow, getting drunk. It could be anything. Hey, calculate your actions, my friend. I know the adrenaline will pump up. Immediately you want to just do the next thing. Sometimes, like I said yesterday, silence is golden. Just take a step and walk away. Move away. Let him come begging so that you can in a comfortable place, explain to him why you had to take a walk away. Otherwise, when you take laws into your hands, the law will catch up with you. You've done the right thing. Of course, you've defended an innocent baby. To what extent? Cutting off a man's genitals will probably earn you some times. And it is better sometimes and some time in prison. So it is better you do your best to avoid that. If he's a cheating man, well, leave him alone with all his concubines. Let him go. Go your way. If you found him on a baby that is helpless, pick your phone, dial 911, and remember that number. You know, instead of taking the laws into your hands. I wish we could do this and continue again and again. There's so many things for us to talk about. All right, quite a lot. We've barely scratched the surface. But of course, the night has gone again, and it is time for us to start rounding up tonight again. All right. Now, I want to appreciate all of you, sincerely speaking. Those of you that are called in, those of you watching the program, you need to see how many text messages I am getting. A lot of people that are too shy to talk on the okay. My director is telling me I should allow that this program is very interesting and we need to speak some more, and I should allow you to call back. Titi, I know you wanted to call, so director says I should give you some minutes to call in. All right. So do still call in. We will do this for another 10 minutes. Now, ladies that are hurting, it's not that we don't feel your pain. Of course, I do. Sincerely speaking, the lady is always at the disadvantaged side. Please hold on. Let me pick this call. Good evening, Shine Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
This is Titi.
All right, Titi. Yes.
You said that you'll take the other door.
Yes.
But then considering children and you don't want a broken home, so the student can actually grow, with the parents together. So another option is they can actually still continue to live in the house and probably deprive him of sex, since that's what he wants to be playing around and, at least, well, I don't know, then that might yield into blowing and slapping and all of that. So
you just said it. You just said it yourself. See, a man will feel it's going to hurt him when they're in the same house and she decided to be depriving. Then you're giving him a reason to fight. And when he's going to fight, it's going to be physical. Titi, I would want you to think about what I've suggested. There are so many things that a man would do, a lot of ladies will take it. Do you know there are some ladies that don't mind their partners, right? I'm sure you know there are some ladies that don't mind, right?
Kind of like religion, so as long as I'm still the married Mrs. So all those other, let's say, kili, will be all right. They're helping me do, part of my job and probably relieving me. So that's fine. But then it's scary because I don't wish it. Yeah. You don't want infection and other things by the time it's coming back to its rightful, yeah. So, ladies, if you are single, pray hard though before you get married.
Yes.
Please now, what else do you guys want?
The reality, Titi, is that human beings are totally insatiable. You can't satisfy anyone. And I want you to know that.
It's just a gender thing. Because it's the same thing with females too. Choose to be loyal and do the right thing. Come on now. Ladies can go out there too. What if you just have a 1 minute, 2 minutes in the mean guy?
An eye for an eye will leave everybody blind. So I subscribe to the fact that make it work. Titi, whatever it is you're saying in your relationship, make it work. And if you cannot take it, instead of going physical, instead of cutting off genitals, instead of poisoning, please tell me, what should she do instead of all those things?
I mean, the exit door, like you said, is cheaper, easier to go. But the exit door is hard because it could be also hard when you consider the children.
You cannot eat your cake and have it.
You can do what?
You cannot eat your cake and have it. If you don't want to take the exit door, then deal with what you've got and make it work. Do you understand?
Okay.
But then I will say this to every lady, regardless of the children. Man is beating you. Titi, use the exit door. There is no two way about it. If he's cheating, right? Of course, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's right. But then that's not new, right? You can make that work. You can maneuver that. But a man that is hitting you, do you know how many punches killed the lady we talked about yesterday? Guess how many punches, Titi? Guess how many punches?
How many?
Only one.
Wow.
The man was only one punch. She hit her head on the mirror and she died. Only one punch. So
How about a situation whereby you just see them cheating and you pretend as if nothing happened? At least I've seen a week where the wife in the house was actually serving them food. Come and eat. Like, instead of trying to fight back, or, in fact, make them feel uncomfortable.
they are different. Make them feel uncomfortable by inviting them into the house.
No, they're already in the house. You call them kitchen, right? So, in fact,
Okay.
make them
Oh, okay.
food.
Okay.
You guys have been servicing each other since. Please come and eat. When you are done, please go and continue. I'll stay in the kitchen. Please, will that lady want to stay? You go like, look, this your wife is colo. Like, crazy.
You're a different human being entirely.
Are receiving punch, and it's better than you leaving your children.
Yes, yes.
The family, because the world will still blame you. They say, "What is it? Is it only you that want to, eat whole thing?" And then now, if you leave your family, someone else will come in and stay there comfortably. This and that. They'll start blaming you. So please don't receive punch. Don't scream. Don't shout. No problem. Cook for them. Let them drink. Give them wine. Joy. Like, Luz is helping me. Then when he wants to come, so before we can have sex, you have to go and wait. And to my own family doctor, we have to. My own personal doctor that I select, we have to test you first. So if you can, I'm not saying I'm not going to give you some. I have to test you. About that one.
It's all right. I do really appreciate it, Titi, and I'm so glad that you called. And let's do this again tomorrow, all right? Thank you very much for the call, and God be with you.
Guys.
Yeah, have a good night. Now, listen, everybody. Life is for the living, and we should do our best to make that living worth the while. It's good for everybody to live. Death is going to come, but let death come naturally. Death shouldn't come from the hands of someone near you. Neither should you take the life of anyone near you. You can endure anything. Go ahead and endure it. If you have a cheating partner, if you have a partner that is wondering about, if you can deal with it, please stay. Deal with it. Whatever he's doing, if it's okay, please stay. Deal with it. But what I don't want to deal with, any man that is beating you as a lady. Lady, I am on your side all the time. Yes. If he's beating you, listen, even if he's going to come back, get away first. Go to a safe place. Cry from there and let him be called to order. Even if you're going to come back, you might be able to survive another punch on your head. A lot of people have died because of domestic violence. We don't want it to happen again. Of course, every day we talk, it happens still, but we want it reduced. Nobody's going to forgive you if you allowed any man to kill you. Run for your life. But then, if you can withstand whatever is bringing, withstand it. However, as I round up, there are some things you cannot keep quiet about. Found out that your partner is a pedophile. You can't keep quiet about that. You're as guilty as him if you decided to keep quiet. You need to speak out. If your partner is beating you, you can't keep quiet about that. You're as guilty as him if you decided to keep quiet. You need to speak out. Every other thing, find a way to deal with it. Those two, extremely important, you understand, so that everybody can have a piece of the pie in this good world that we have found ourselves. A lot of things are happening every day. We can still be in control. We can still do the right things. We can still enjoy life. Love is beautiful. Everybody once smiled and laughed. But if that love has expired, make it work. Renew it. But if it gets to somebody beating somebody, I'm not in. There's no point anymore. Too many people have been killed out of anger. Let it not happen again. I will always say this. We all can be happy. Let us find the happiness. I have not been the only one at the studio tonight. It's been a very wonderful day, wonderful show. A lot of people around me making sure, as I'm talking to you, I'm looking at people going back and forth, just that everything goes well. And I do want to appreciate them. Bukola Saya, tonight I appreciate you so much for the good job that you do. Always going up and about, ensuring that things fall at the right place. Georgina Bracco, wonderful lady behind the camera, on the console, and on the computer. Thank you for the excellent job that you're doing. Ehiko, always making sure that the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. All right. And she wants to make sure that everything is just in perfect position. Thank you very much. SHINA Ayo OYINLOLA. That is the executive producer, cum director. Always like the umbrella covering us all and making sure that things go right. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I do hope that when we talk again, there'll be good news in our mouth. Until then, this is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I will see you at the other side of the divide.
BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA office 12455 Westpac Drive, Suite H15, Houston, Texas 77082. Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologservice.com or www.bsaprologservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist.
If you're wondering why I'm so excited, I'm going to tell you. My name is Patrick, and I've been driving for RideTigo for a little over 2 months now, and it's amazing. The rideshare company puts money in my pockets like RideTigo does. When I drive 15 minutes, pick up the passenger, complete the ride, RideTigo will give me $5 plus my 70% base fare. When I'm driving 30 minutes, let's say, pick up the passenger, complete the ride, RideTigo will give me, wait for it, $10 plus my 70% base fare. Amazing! Come on! That's why I drive for RideTigo, and you should RideTigo. Come on, let's ride. It's time to go. Download the app now.
Download the RideTigo app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
About auto insurance, do you know the time and money you'll spend if you're caught? Why risk it? At Aegis Insurance, we have several insurance carriers to tailor your specific needs. We offer low rates on liability starting from $38 a month. For a 2 vehicle, $65 a month. No driver's license, no problem. We accept Texas IDs, passports, international driver's license, and expired driver's license. Pay 3 months in advance and save 20% on auto insurance. We offer discounts for switching over to Aegis, as well as good student discounts.